All right, you're not colorblind, right?
No.
What's your favorite color?
You can go the light blue.
Okay, nice. Which game is this?
Uh,
Is it a
if you
Caitlyn game
scroll
or
down,
Ashe game or?
it's that 5-8. Right under the Kaiser game. Right under the Kaiser game. 5-8 to
All
20.
right.
Yeah.
And what made you want to watch this game?
Uh, just like I don't know. For me personally, I hate being placed like on weak side because I don't like it's just irritating where like enemy bot just makes so many like they overextend so many times and they're just not punished. And I'm trying to become a better weak side player so that I'm not like the reason why we lose.
Mm-hmm.
If that like
Yeah.
it's not like it's like I know what I need to do in order to win, but sometimes like it's like what like so I also get coached sometimes from time to time from TSM's ADC, their academy ADC lost,
Yeah, lost, yeah.
and he just like and you just get coached from Mabry too, which is their head coach
Yeah.
before he went to head coach. But anyways, they were just trying to teach me like you also play with four other teammates that see the game differently, and I don't know, like recently I've been on a slump. Like if you look at my tier graph, I was like at 500 LP, and then like I went downwards and then back up, and now I'm going back downwards, and I kind of want to just say like at 500, like I just want to end challenge this year, and then I just want to become a better player.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is a good game because this happens like a decent amount, where sometimes I don't know, I just play like a stupid player and I just like lose the game because I'm tilted, which isn't good. But I also need just this game I feel like I played really bad, so there's a lot of mistakes you can help me point out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Mabry very well. Why are you getting coached by specifically TSM people?
So I made their online tryouts
Mm-hmm.
during this summer, and they pretty much and then after like so I pretty much got like reeled every game by other ADCs because it's like by far the worst performing one. But they said that they have their like players and coaches to like help out even after. And then I spoke to Mabry and Loss, and I'm like, hey, is it fine if I add you and from like time to time like PM you and maybe we can do a VOD review or something? Then they're like totally. So I have them added on Discord from like time to time. I watch like I do VOD review that, and that's why I'm also thinking of just like not this week but next week. But I sure I want to sub to your Patreon so I can start like learning more because I
Yeah.
don't know, sometimes I'm too tilted, so I don't want to play, but I still want to learn League. So I think watching like pro players or like your pro VODs, whatever, it'll help a lot. So
Yeah. Are you planning on trying to go pro or?
yeah, but like
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I don't know. For me, it feels so bad because like I'm 19 now, growing older, but
I
I don't know.
mean, your reflexes and stuff only start peaking at like once you're like 26 or something like this. So you have plenty of time. Plus, you're also in a region where talent isn't like overcapped, you know? So
Yeah,
I think you're fine. You shouldn't really worry about aging. Like in Europe, it's like different story because like we get a lot of rookies, right? So there's like a lot of competition. But I think if you become really good in NA, it shouldn't be too hard. I don't think you should
yeah,
worry if you're 19. Like sure, if you're like fucking 26 and stuff, yeah, you should probably start to worry a bit. But I don't think you should worry. You just need to make sure that you brand yourself and you get good. Of course, getting good is easier said than done, right? But I'll try to help with that. Um, yeah, when you are weak side, right? It's very much a mental game. You need to understand that, yeah, sure, they might be overextending, right? But the thing is, what does weak side mean, right? It just means that you are getting less resources than other side of the map for X reason, or it can mean that you are literally the weak side.
yeah,
You know, you don't have to be weak to be weak side. Let's say, for
yeah.
example, now top lane is Tryndamere versus Fiora, right? And the Tryndamere has like Ignite and stuff. Wouldn't you want that Tryndamere to snowball?
Yeah, 100%. I don't want my top
Yeah,
trying to be with Ignite to lose.
exactly. So then he should be getting played for because you should be good enough to be fine yourself. Now, you mentioned, so like, let's say you're red side here. So this is how you and your support is standing.
Hmm.
Enemy bot lane is playing like this. Sure, they're overextended, right? But don't you think that if you were strong side, they wouldn't stand like this?
Uh, Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're kind of
they're
only
probably
they're kind of only standing like this, right? Because you are weak side and your jungler's playing for top, no?
yeah. That I understand, but like sometimes it's like uh in like NA or I mean it's probably in every region, but like recently like I don't know what's happening, but like jungler just like they go top lane and then my top lane gets like a solo or they get like a 2v1 kill and then he ends up getting sold like 5 times in a row and then I'm also shafted. Then I'm just like lost because like we have like no point of like pressure because
Yeah, but
top lane's losing.
that's just BG. You know, like that just happens in every region. Sometimes like people get a lead and they throw their lead. Happens, but like you shouldn't really be that fucked if you're good. Because the only time you should actually get like fucked, like let's say they have Pantheon support and Elise jungle, right? Then maybe they're just like perma diving you or perma zoning you off minions.
Mm.
Yeah, it's understandable that you're getting fucked, but usually people don't have that. Like this game, Graves isn't an insane diver. Neither is Soraka.
Mhm.
So it's like, I don't think you should get fucked here, you know? I have seen worse games to be weak side in. If I'm weak side this game, I'm fine. Hopefully you have D-Shield in this matchup. Yeah, that's good. So you should be completely fine here, no?
Yeah, I mean it was fine, and then you'll see in the game they get a gank or whatever, but then they end up just like disrespecting me at level 6 and we just got like 2v2 kills. So I brought
Mm-hmm.
it back, but then like mid game I was like really lost because I couldn't like I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I was just like I'm like I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Cause like I start coming back in the game and then I just get like perma killed by like Silas, Rise, and Graves or something like that. So I kind
Yeah.
of silent too, cause like I think mid lane was always like pushed in by like Teemo or Rumble, and I'm like okay I need farm. I can't do jungle camps because I take too much damage. And then
Yeah.
so I pushed top lane, and then like once I felt unsafe, I just stopped pushing, and then went to group, look for an arrow. If not, maybe go back catch a side lane.
I think
But
that
I'm not-
your build is perfect. It's just one thing with runes here that I don't like. So I think that in champ select you should already know what build you want to go for. If you want Essence Reaver, if you want Blade,
Mhm.
and if you're going for Essence Reaver, like you mentioned that you end up taking damage, but taking damage doesn't
Bloodline.
matter if you have lifesteal, but you have attack speed for some reason.
Yeah.
Why is that when you have Essence Reaver?
I was so I think I went on pro build and I looked at one person. I don't remember who, and they wanted alacrity, but like literally yesterday I was thinking I'm like I think I need to go bloodline when I go ER because it's like
Yeah, you
really
have
bad. I
to.
don't know.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
for sure. Because your build pattern is ER and then it's Hurricane and then it's IE.
Mhm.
There's no lifesteal in any of these.
Yeah, I agree.
And then your fourth item is also usually not even lifesteal. That's usually Executioners, or it can be another like crit item, you know? So
Yeah,
like,
like PD or something.
yeah,
Yeah, I
PD
know.
or even sometimes static, so, or rapid fire. So like, it's really bad to not have lifesteal when you're going this build. But of course, alacrity when you're going blade build, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't, as a grandmaster player, you shouldn't look at pro builds ever. You should not look at pro builds in champ select. You should look at pro builds like maybe in like free time to see if people are changing stuff up, see if they're doing something new, something interesting, and then try to think why are they doing this. Because the thing is, if you're in champ select and you're looking at pro builds, right? Then you end up blindly coping it. Pros do a lot of mistakes permanently.
Mm-hmm.
They perma make mistakes in builds and runes. So when you're in champs, like you don't have time to think why is he going electricity, so you just end up coping it, and then now you look like a dumbass. But if you
Yeah.
looked in Q instead, right, or while eating or whatever, then you say, okay, well this guy has alacrity while he has essence reaver. Why does he have that? Is that good? No, it's possible he was fucking watching a series while in champ select and forgot to change, right?
Yeah.
Pro players are humans, so you shouldn't blindly cope with them.
I think I realized that after like my last Shasta game I played, how much like I need to take bloodline on the champion when I go ER. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but like I don't want that to be a thing just for Ashe. I want that to be for everything. You should not like here you're playing Kai'Sa. You shouldn't now go and pro builds and just copy and try to think why are they doing this and this and this. right? Like,
Yeah.
here you went
I
for the AD Kai'Sa build, for example. I'm not a fan of the AD Kai'Sa build at all. I don't really like it. And I think in this game where you have things like Zed and Rengar as well, and they have champions like Fizz and Pyke, where Zhonya's is really good, it doesn't really make much sense to me here to not go the AP build. But maybe you just want to really greed for like early game damage, or why are you going the AD build?
Oh, to be honest, I was just like testing it out. This is my first time ever doing this Kai'Sa build. That's the only reason why I went, I'll be honest. But
Yeah,
it's probably
I
what
mean,
I want to say.
it's really strong in early game, especially on your like base timers. Like here, for example, you have BF sword, right? The 4 minutes. So your other options would be like, for example, pickaxe and cull. But actually, you could go double pickaxe here. Like, this makes no sense. You could go double pickaxe. Yeah, you're just trolling. Like, it's very rare that this build is actually good. Because it all depends on, like, 1, do you want to be AD or AP? And then 2, how is your gold looking, right? Because, of course, if you have 1.3k exactly, then you can get a BF sword, or you could get pickaxe and cull, or pickaxe and mana. And the BF will always deal more damage. If you have this, then the most damage you can get is Serrated Dirk.
Right.
Now, if you have this,
1600?
yeah, around this point, 1.7k, you can get double pickaxe. Right? So, why don't you get double pickaxe? Because then you can still go AP here. And it's more damage than BF. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, sure, you have a Nico and a Morda. I don't feel like that's enough. I feel like, don't you think Sonya's here in this game is really OP?
Yeah.
Even items like Banshees might even be good here. Later on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a big Kai'Sa player, but I don't like her in the current meta.
Yeah, I don't either.
Usually when she was meta, like, my go-to was the AP, but, I don't know what I was thinking. I think that's maybe my other biggest issue is, like, when I was doing a rod review with Lost, he was just like, he said that I know the steps, but I'm just not thinking. And I don't know why I'm not thinking. He's like, in the videos, so, like, when we did our first rod review ever during the TSM, like, online tryouts, like, he said all the stuff, like, the next couple games I played, he said that I'm learning, but, like, I still gotta think more. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just briefing or something.
I mean, don't you think that you're kind of, maybe it's a case of, like, overthinking? Because here you played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different champions so far. 12, 13. Are you fucking randomly locked in Yi?
No,
You tried to force a dodge or what?
No, our top laner just didn't feel like dodging. He said that he's dodging, and then he just like made us reconnect, man. It was weird. Or he didn't reconnect, so.
Yeah, but there's like so many different champions.
I mean, the last Ezreal, I don't play Ezreal anymore because I'm not the greatest Ezreal, but like the last game, I don't know what to pick there. Like, their team is just so bad.
But don't you think like you want to go pro, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do we go pro? Well, we need to be noticed, right? I think you can agree. We don't need to name names, but I think you can agree that a lot of people in LCS or LEC are not the best in their role, and some other people in lower level could replace. Like Palafox could go LCS, right? Instead of some other mids. Why is he not? Well, he's not as well branded, right? And he wasn't like discovered that hard, but now he's starting to get really branded. You know, got rank 1 and everything, and this number matters, and catching people's attention matters. Now, of course, if you get rank 1 playing only one champion, nobody's really gonna care. I'm not telling you to one trick, but playing like 3 champions-ish is good. And as an AD carry, it's perfect. Literally, Ashe, Caitlyn, Senna, or Ashe, Caitlyn, Ezreal, right? Depends on the player. Some people might even do Ashe, Caitlyn, Kalista, or Ashe, Caitlyn, Draven. Ashe and Caitlyn is really strong, right? I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Your win rate on Caitlyn is great. Win rate on Ashe is great. Alright, play those two champs. Then it's like shit like Ezreal, your win rate is bad, and you lose a lot of games on him. But you keep playing him for some reason. Right? Do you play for a team right now?
The amateur team, yeah.
Okay. Because, like, yeah, sure, if you're playing for a team, maybe you need to maybe have, like, a champ pool or stuff, but I'm sure that you can use scrims and stuff for this as well. I feel like you should just, in solo queue, just play for improvement and improving yourself, not champion pool. Because you're not where you want to be yet, right?
Right, yeah.
So it's just important to play to win and improve yourself, not your champ pool. Because you have things like some build issues that you do wrong, and I haven't seen your gameplay yet, right? But like there are some runes and item choices that you do that are wrong, and then you put yourself in situations where you are playing things like Kai'Sa, like you said yourself, is not that great right now. And you picked her in a bad game as well. Kai'Sa is not good versus Veigar. It's really bad. If you play Kai'Sa versus my Veigar, I will destroy you. You cannot play the game.
It is a flex. I didn't know. I was picking blind.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine you blind picking Kai'Sa. How win trade is that? Right? That's my point.
Right.
If there's a good game versus Ezreal, you can go Kai'Sa. You know? If you see you have like full dive-in team with like Nautilus or something like this, and you see your matchup is fine in bottom, you can go Kai'Sa. It's fine. But if you have to blind pick her, you're already reducing your chance of winning. No team will look at your OPGG and see this guy only plays 3 champions, let's not hire him. No. They're only gonna think, is he a one trick? Yes or no? No, he's not. Alright, this guy is good, he's fucking 900 LP. Let's get this guy. That's how they think. Especially as an AD carry. Because you can easily learn every other ADC. You know, there's specific ADCs like Ezreal, Kalista, Draven that are a bit different than a lot of others, but if you can play Ashe, you can pretty much play Varus.
Yeah.
Right? If you can play Kate, you can pretty much play MF. You know, like, a lot of champs are very similar in ADC role. But you play, like, ocean of champions. And when you're trying to get discovered and trying to improve yourself as an individual, that's really bad. Because, for example, as Jhin, there are certain things like trap placements where you have to stand to ulti to be safe, Q bouncing and stuff like this that you have to focus on, and that can take your attention away from certain laning phase things. You know? It makes it harder to improve.
I agree.
So I want you to just trim your champ pool down, play the highest win rate champions, so like Caitlyn and Ashe. It's going to be up to you what you think your third champion should be. Because there will be games, right, where Caitlyn is banned and somebody picks Ashe, right? You will know better than me what your third best champion is, but...
I think, like, what would you... So, I'm not sure if you've seen the next patch notes, but, like, what do you think, like, about, like, Caitlyn? I think Ashe is still going to be my go-to, but I don't know, but, like, I think Caitlyn's going to be fine. I want Senna to be my third, but, like...
yeah, your winner's good on her.
Yeah, but like, the nerf kind of hits her hard, no? Like, Shuri gets like no souls from minion waves.
Yeah, it hurts ADC Senna quite hard. I agree. I mean, you're Saya. I don't know when you played Saya, but
It was towards the start of the season.
Yeah, she was a little bit better than I think. No, don't really remember. Like, I really like Kalista, so it sucks a bit that you're not doing too hot on her.
I want to play more Kalista, but the problem is, like, I don't know.
She's a bit hard to do as solo queue versus things like Ashe.
Yeah.
If you're duo queue on voice, it can work versus Ashe, but solo queue against Ashe as Kalista is a bit yikes. Yeah. Have you tried any more on-hit Varus?
I was thinking of it, but I haven't tried it yet.
Because it started to come back a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking of playing Varus or trying it like one game with Ashe because I know OPL does it. They like it, but I don't know. I just stick to my like Caitlyn Ashe, and then the third one was like Senna recently, but I don't play Senna. She's gonna be like a bad champion.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'm going like my MF stance. I don't feel like I don't know. Maybe MF. I don't think I'm a bad MF player, but some games are just unlucky.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think you kind of have to judge that yourself. You will know better than me when it comes to when we're like this low game sample size. That you will kind of know a bit better, but I'd say that, for example, right, like let's say Ashe gets taken and Caitlyn is banned, I would say to go for Jhin if you're good on him. I'm not the biggest Jhin fan, but I think that versus Ashe and a squishy comp, Jhin can be good. It's a bit annoying to play Jhin and then they have like Ornn, for example, because you can't really kill tanks. But if they have like a more squishy comp and you're against Ashe, I think Jhin can be quite good. Because he likes to rush swiftness boots and stuff. You can also, if you think that you don't have any kill pressure in your lane, and you kind of need to wait a little bit, then you could also go like boot start Jhin with 4 pots versus Ashe. Like for example, let's say it's like Ashe Karma, and you have like a more scaling support, right? You could just start boots and 4 potions, and lane is like really easy. But I'd say Jhin or try some attack speed Varus, because I think Varus is kind of like a carry version of Ashe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind Varus too much.
Like you force the enemy to go cleanse, and if they don't, then you just kill them. Now to look at a couple things. Is there any reason why you're duoing a Neeko support one trick, by the way? Or it's just a friend, or...
I don't have anything else to do with, I'll be honest.
Okay. Yeah, it's not bad to do. I don't mind do. I'm just wondering, like maybe, like, is Neeko support good, or? Because I think it's decent.
With Caitlyn, it's good because you know Neeko Z gets like, if it goes through creep, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking OP.
Level 2, if we land a knee combo, I go a trap and then they just die or lose everything, like lose every sum, and they lose their wave.
Yeah.
So.
I think in a lane like this, if you're gonna go D-Blade, I would start Cull. Because I was looking at this, right? And it's like, so you want to go D-Blade in lanes where you think that Cull would be good, but you will die. Because if you look at D-Blade compared to Cull, you get 1 AD more with D-Blade. Does not matter. Lifesteal is better on Cull than it is on D-Blade. So the only thing D-Blade is better at is HP. Now, for example, versus Kalista Blitzcrank, is D-Shield gonna do anything in that lane?
No.
No. But if we have Cull, 1 hook and we're dead, right? So therefore we go D-Blade. Now in this lane, I would say this is very poke heavy, right? So I would be thinking D-Shield if you want sustain. Then I see that you go this, so then I would start Cull. Because why are you having 80 extra HP here? Right? You have to play really bad in this lane for this 80 HP to be the reason why you live, no?
Yeah.
So then I would start Cull.
That makes sense.
Pretty sure Kate has lower HP as well. Yep. By far. So Caitlyn has 510. So you're gonna stay at 510. This guy's gonna buy D-Blade or D-Shield, have 80 more HP. So...
Yeah, I think he started boots for that game, so...
Yeah, well then he's smart. He's listening to me. But yeah. So let's say he starts boots or Cull, right? Then it's 75 HP difference, which is enough for cut down to be good. And then if he starts D-Blade or something, then he's gonna have like 150 plus. Right, I don't know the exact number, but he's gonna have a lot more HP. Which means now that cut down is gonna do everything from 3 to 6 HP more per auto, depending what he starts. Which is good. That's just for auto attacks. Every Q you do is gonna deal like 5 more damage. And this adds up. Meanwhile, you have Coop, right? So I would go cut down in this game because already versus Azir, if he goes Liandry's, it's gonna spike through the roof, and he should go that. Gragas will always go like Oblivion Orb or stuff like this, or just be tanky in general. Aatrox as well. So you already have inbuilt cut down here, but then while going cull in this lane, you have cut down versus both of these.
Yeah.
So I would go cut down this game, and I would start cull, because 88 HP is not going to make any difference in this lane. Because when you end up selling D-Blade later on in the game, like here, you're now down 270 gold. Okay?
Mhm.
But if you sell cull, you're plus 180. Make sense?
Yeah.
When you start cull, you get it stacked at 100 CS. When you cheater for cull, then you get it stacked at like 120-ish something.
Mhm.
The faster you get the cull stacked, the closer you are to having it stacked for like an IE purchase. Like let's say here, like you know how this is very applicable to high elo games especially. When you recall, it's not often because of your gold, it's because of the map.
Right.
Right? You're allowed to recall at this window, so you recall.
Right.
By having cull early, you're more likely to get IE at a good spike. Here, for example, you got IE at 17 minutes. It is possible that it was good for the game to recall at 14. Right?
Yeah.
If you now started cull at 14 minutes, you could potentially have IE by selling cull, because it would be stacked earlier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So starting cull is really, really OP if you're allowed to. You will see a double lift do this quite a bit, for example.
Okay. Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Certainly just don't matter.
Yeah.
Cold's good.
So-
If they, let's say, for example, they didn't have HP stackers, right? Let's say, I don't know, they had like top lane Evolution or something like that.
You would still have lower HP though.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, like, would you still go cut down?
Yeah, because my cut down is still dealing more damage. Because Coop is still gonna deal damage when they're already low.
Right.
Cut down is gonna deal damage when they're no matter what HP. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it's just better. So as long as you don't like when you start D-Blade, cut down starts to lose a bit more value, right? Like let's say you start cut down here, and then you start D-Blade. Now versus the Jhin, your cut down isn't gonna really do much unless he also starts D-Blade. Okay.
Right.
And then versus Soraka, I think that you will have more HP than her. So it's not that valuable if they're squishy then. But yeah, you should have 3 rules to live by. I should go D-Blade if I need HP, but I don't need HP regen. So versus all-ins. D-Shield, right? If I'm really gonna get a lot of damage. Because D-Blade is quite nice on Caitlyn. Because of her headshot autos, you heal quite a bit. So you only want to really go D-Shield if it's complete cancer lane, you know? And then you go Cull if you don't need a HP. Make sense?
Yeah.
The only champion that this really doesn't, where the D-Blade sustain really changes, is the Draven. Like Draven Q autos heals a lot from D-Blade.
Yeah.
So going Cull start on Draven feels a little bit shitty if you need the sustain. But there are games on Draven too where you actually don't need the sustain and it's legit just free to start Cull. But for most ADCs like Jinx, like Caitlyn, going Cull can be really good in certain games, especially versus things like Ezreal if the lane is really free. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Except for that, I think everything else, rune-wise and stuff, looks fine. I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
So, on attack speed verse, right? Do you still go like the QW Emax or?
I haven't seen anybody play it recently, but I think you just do the same like you did before.
Okay.
But I think in LPL it has been played a little bit. So you might look there.
Okay, I'll check. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in a game like this, right? Like, exhaust should be a thing in bot lane here, and I would want to be the one controlling the exhaust. Because you don't have control if, like, you don't know if Lux will be here when you are here and Kha'Zix is on you. Lux might be here now. You don't have exhaust for Kha'Zix.
Okay.
You want to be the controller of the exhaust or the heal.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
The only time you can make an argument for this is if you're playing things like Jhin, because Jhin uses Nimbus Cloak. So if you look at this, Jhin cooldown, like heal cooldown, I don't know on top of my head, but it's like 240 now.
Yeah, it's 240.
And heal is like, exhaust is 210, I think.
Alright.
It's possible I'm wrong. Nope, 210, yep. So basically, right, Nimbus Cloak is better the longer cooldown this spell has. So when you're playing Jhin, of course, you go Nimbus Cloak. So on Jhin, you would kind of want to have the heal, to have a strong Nimbus Cloak as possible. But you're playing Ashe here.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it is better for the Lux to have the heal because of Ardent and stuff as well. Making her heal better. Because now the thing is that when you are fighting Kha'Zix and Lux is not around, you don't have any exhaust. Is your heal now good? No, not compared to exhaust. The only important thing is that somebody in this bot lane has to have heal, somebody has to have exhaust. You want to be the person controlling the exhaust, because you're going to be the target that the guy that should be exhausted should try to kill. So you need to make sure that you are able to play with exhaust.
Yeah.
Because here it's really, really bad that Lux does not have barrier or heal, and that you have heal. It's really bad.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're solo lane, I like that you're playing Lucian, that's good. Alright, so this game we're playing Ashe and Neeko, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashe, Neeko, Senna, Soraka. Yeah. Yeah, Ignite on Neeko is good. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need exhaust in this lane. I think heal is good. So I like that. Have you tried Ghost on ADCs?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the exhaust thing, I have done it before. But I guess I never thought about it the way you just said, where like my support isn't always gonna be there, so.
Yeah, and the thing as well is that even if he is there, he might not even exhaust, you know?
Yeah.
Because in the end, you're the one controlling it. So you kind of want to be in control. Now, when it comes to Ghost and ADCs, it's really OP if your lane is free. Like, it's really OP after the changes, because it's legit what an ADC wants. When you're in a fight and it, like, refreshes and continues, the fact that you keep going, having Ghost is really OP. For example, if you're playing with, like, Yuumi, like Twitch Yuumi, for example, the Twitch can go Ignite or Ghost, and then the Yuumi can go, like, Heal Exhaust. And that's just really, really good. And for example, with Vayne Lulu, if you don't need exhaust or something in the game, the Vayne can go Ghost.
Right.
And looking at this lane, of course, heal is great. It's not bad. Yeah. But I'm just wondering if you ever thought about Ghost, because not necessarily in this game, but there will be games where in the future Ghost could actually be good on your champion. Like, for example, Aphelios is a really good Ghost user.
It's like, what would be a matchup you would go Ghost on, like,
just ADC? Like let's say I'm playing for like Ezreal Yuumi, for example, and my support can go like the heal, right? Then we don't need exhaust. Then I would go Ghost. Like, let's say for example they have like a mage mid laner like Ziggs or Seraph Vel'Koz, something like this. No point to exhaust it. And then their jungler is like stuff like Zac or something, so I don't need to exhaust them, right? And now my lane is like Ezreal and like, I don't know, Yuumi or some shit. I would consider going Ghost. Why not? I don't need cleanse here. I don't need exhaust here. So if I'm playing like Vayne here, I would love to go Ghost. If I have a Yuumi.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense actually.
You should turn off name tags. They're just a distraction. I've done a lot of coaching with people where they have like done like eye tracker, where I can like see where their eyes are going, and a lot of the time while there's like minions here that they should be like looking at and stuff, they randomly look at like their name because your eyes catch text automatically. Same thing with like chat and stuff. chat as well just can catch your attention, and you really don't want your eyes to be looking here for like 2 seconds instead of looking at the minimap or looking at minion HPs or something. Same thing with chat. You don't want somebody now to write something in chat and then you look in the chat randomly for 2 seconds instead of looking at whatever.
Yeah.
So turn off summoner names.
Okay.
And just make sure that chat is somewhere on your screen where you don't really want to pay attention. Now, is Teemo trolling or why is there Teemo mid? Because NA is really weird. There's a lot of weird one tricks. I know they rumble. He's rumble one trick. I know him. But
it's because I think top lane matchup is Teemo versus Ryze, and he didn't want to play against it. So he was like, just swap early game and then we can swap after.
the Teemo is Teemo. That's such a fucking NA name.
Kind of greets me. He kind of entered my last Ash game.
The Teemo-est Teemo. Nice. So Lee Sin starts top side. Alright. We have D-Shield, that's good. I think here you troll a little bit, so I would want to enter lane here already. Like, as soon as you can without because you want to make sure that if they leash, when they take this path, that you hit them, because your W covers the entire fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really obnoxious to leash versus like Ashe, especially if it's like Ashe Karma. And you are with a Neeko, so a Neeko can be kind of similar. If you guys could just stand here now, how can they enter the lane?
Right.
Because if they now start to get to here, by the time you get here, then they can start to stand behind minions and stuff, you know?
Okay.
It's a big advantage to not have to leash. So here it's 127. If they wanted to invade your blue buff, shouldn't they be here like 3 seconds ago?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I want you to just here walk to lane now.
Okay.
Here you're fucking tabbed out, you know, you're not playing the game. The game starts level 1 as Perk says.
Yeah.
Now you're late in lane. Now you basically leashed. Here's Soraka is griefing. So always look at how the enemy moves and your support moves.
Mm-hmm.
So here, your camera control is shit. Half of this we don't need to see. Right? I can blur out this. And you would be able to play just as well. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't even see Neeko.
Right.
So it's hard for you to realize Soraka is griefing here. Because if you look at this, the way bot lane should work is both people should stand parallel to each other.
Right.
Look at Soraka.
Hmm.
She is fucking sprinting it. Right?
Yeah, maybe you could just fuck her up, yeah.
Yeah, she's hard griefing. But you're like, your cursor is over here.
Mm-hmm.
You're not identifying this. Because you don't live by the rule that people should be standing parallel. So, like, what I mean is, like, if she stands here, Senna now should stand here or here. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If Senna randomly appeared here and Neeko standing here, well, then you are the one griefing. Because you're now 1v2. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, now, if we draw lines, this guy is 2v1.
Right.
Senna cannot really take part of this. Make sense?
Yeah.
But you're not identifying it. So, like, we enter lane here. First of all, they should all get, like, hard poked here, passing through. But oh well. Because you could have warded the Tribush too, if you wanted to. What we need to understand here is that they leashed. So enemy jungle is now either invading here, or he is puffing top. If he's puffing top, do we need our vision? Do we need our trinket for the first 2 minutes of the game?
No.
No. Alright. And if he does this option here, wouldn't it be nice to ward like over here?
Right, yeah.
Is it nice to now lane and then 1 minute later have to go and ward?
Yeah.
Depends on the situation. If you crashed away, maybe, but if you leave your lane to ward, you are giving up a time where you could recall, or you are giving up pressure. Like, let's say you crash the wave, right? And you now go to ward. You could have sat under turret and bullied them, right?
You're right.
So it's no point to save our trinket right now. If the enemy jungle started top side and is pathing down to bot, right? It would be more ideal to ward at like 220-ish, something like this, so that you have the vision for the entire time he's bot side.
Right.
We don't want to ward at fucking 120 if he's starting red buff. And he will be here. I mean, if he starts blue buff, we don't want to ward at 120, because by the time he's really going to gank us, our vision is basically gone. Make sense?
Yeah. So far, what basically I should have done is just like W poke them as soon as they walk by their tribush, and then 2 minutes and 20 seconds drop a ward by the river entrance. Like,
no, I think that 123-ish, you should leave your position here.
Right.
Enemy jungle is Nidalee, Graves, Kindred, things like this. They can easily do buff into buff like that.
You're right.
So I would want to ward like here.
Okay.
To make sure that we can spot this. Because and you want to do that when you realize that they're leashing. Right? So when you see enemy top laner here, for example. Right?
Right.
So we ward here because this is as close to our lane while also covering this. Make sense?
Okay.
And then we come here and we cast W here. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they will be there.
Right, yeah.
And then we continue laning, blah, blah, blah. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here, it's impossible for you now to make the correct decision because you can't see that Soraka is griefing. Now your camera control is really good. This is perfect. Because now we see everything. We see both of these guys, we see their HP, we see their levels, we see your support, we see her mana, we see her HP. Nothing is really cut off here. This is really good camera control. Now it's fucking cancer.
Okay. Yeah, no. Definitely makes sense.
Because Neeko is doing good here. Neeko is playing good. Neeko is walking up like she should, but then you're running away. Your level 1 is really, really strong. See how hard she griefed the Soraka?
Mm.
But she didn't get auto-attacked by you. She should have. Neeko is 1v2ing this lane. And Lee Sin is also pathing down to bot, so if you made these guys low, they could be diveable.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Soraka is fucking griefing, man. You need to realize this. Look. She's walking alone up. Senna is not backing her up. See this?
Mm-hmm.
Look at her. Look at Senna. Right? If Senna is walking up with Soraka, then if you stand here and auto-attack, you are in a 1v2. You're in a triangle. So then they would be bad. But look, they are not sync. Both you and Neeko are respecting a Soraka, who is walking up 1v2.
Mm-hmm.
Why? This is called body language in League of Legends. And a lot of people fall into this trap. They see a guy walking up and they think, oh, we are in danger, back off. Oh, we're getting ganked, back off. Or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I was playing Karthus bot lane in like Grandmaster solo queue. And Blitzcrank Q cost about 100 mana level 1.
Right.
Enemy support Blitzcrank and Ezreal was trying to push me under my tower. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Blitzcrank had 50 mana. You know what I did? I just fucking walked up and I just fucking spammed Q on them and just fought them. Blitzcrank was walking up trying to be like big guy and scary, thinking that I would fall for his bullshit and run away, right? I just walked up, exhausted the Ezreal and just fucking killed him. So, this is the same kind of thing. The Soraka thinks that she's like scary. Right now, if you walk up and hit Soraka, you will lose this. So right now you're playing okay. I would say that standing here would be like better, because then you're like max range of Soraka. Maybe you can bait her too, but except for that, it's fine right now. Then you should just live by this rule that right now I cannot really get ganked. Graves would have to do red buff into bot lane to gank me here, which is a bit crazy. Yeah, that's a bit crazy to do, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't, cause like I guess in my head what I was thinking was like Soraka Qs me and then Senna auto Qs me, but I guess Senna wouldn't be in range.
Senna can only Q, she cannot auto you.
Yeah.
And you have D shield. And if you auto W auto the Soraka here, you win this. Then you have Nico on your side as well. That's like the biggest thing. Nico is not here. Nico is right next to you. And it's your duo.
Right.
And I don't see why you would duo this guy if he's not decent. Right? Because if you now W'd him, and then you auto him again, Nico now you spell as well. Right? That's half his HP gone. You win this. Look Senna's mana here. When she does this. Look Senna's mana now, and Senna's mana now. See?
Yeah.
She lost a lot by using Q.
Yeah, if I did earlier, trade went really well.
Now you should see Graves at Raptors. Okay, so looks like he started top solo then. Or they just fake. Yeah, this is good. Now we see Lee Sin is puffing away from us. So now the
so
weak
that's why I
side part, now the weak side part enters. See, this is now when it's like decided, because Lee Sin could walk here now, right, down to bot, but these guys aren't really killable, so why should he do this, right? I can
They should have been killable if I played lane, right?
Yeah, if you played correctly, this guy should be like this HP right now, because he's Astro griefing it. And then it's then it's possible that Lee Sin would puff to bot. But right now you should realize that, okay, I don't need to have push for my jungler right now, because Lee Sin is puffing to top, and enemy jungle is puffing to bot. So now you have the option to either push it, or you have the option to let it push to you. And what should make you decide what is how dangerous is it to push, what need is it for push, and what does letting it push to me give me, right? It is possible still that Lee Sin does wolves into bot crab, right? I think it would be a little bit grief by him, because that would make him have to fight Graves at crab, and it would make his top camps as well stay up for unnecessary amount of time.
Less efficient for him.
Yeah, it's less efficient, but it's possible. So I wouldn't want to let it bounce yet, because you're not danger yet either. But I don't want you now to be in a position where you have to push. So what we do now is we slightly let it push towards us. So just only last it now. And then now once she does this Q, now you start to auto-attack a lot. Just try to keep your amount of creeps a little bit bigger than theirs. Okay? Just not enough for it to be a freeze for them. Okay, so like right now, if you stop auto-attacking, it's gonna bounce to you. It's even amount of creeps. If you kill this one, it is still gonna slightly bounce to you. But if you now kill both, then this is gonna insta-die, and it's gonna hard push into them. And then you're gonna have to try to break that while Graves can perma-gank you, and that's not good.
Right.
So right now you're doing fine, but I would hit a little bit more. Because you see the speed your cannon is dying in?
Yeah.
Because now the thing is, if Lee Sin now starts to walk to bot, and they now get to kill this and this, then they get level 3. You know, if they start to kill this, and then they have push, and then you lost prio.
Right.
But if you kept autoing this and stuff now, then you would get level 3 first. So just try to kind of have it even, so that you are not forced to push them in because of a freeze, but you can push it in if Lee Sin goes bot grab. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now Lee Sin's puffing top, so now you can just let it bounce.
Okay.
And then when we're letting it bounce to us, it's important that we understand that if we get low, we will get dove.
Yeah. This is where I don't want to trade HP, right?
Yeah, you don't want to trade HP. Because they can always just reset after this and heal back up. It was so obvious you're gonna lose that both as well.
Yeah. See, I think it's really bad. In this game, at least. On a good day, average like 8 CS, which is still not good.
Can always get better. Yeah, so like this HP is good. Just try to avoid taking that. It's so unnecessary. Look, there's no point to really trim this here. And the reason why I say this is because right now, if they end up recalling after this, right? They're gonna base for what? Like Cull or something, right?
Alright.
And then if you end up then slow pushing, because you guys are strong lane.
Yeah.
You're not weak. So when you guys end up getting your crash, you're gonna base at like 400, 500 more gold than them.
Mm-hmm.
So your base is gonna be better. So I don't like doing this because you are dealing damage to somebody who can just recall. You are not recalling. Make sense?
Yeah.
So now you have 70 mana less, and you have less HP. So you're more vulnerable to getting doved and stuff. And if they recall, right?
Right.
You have 70 less mana.
That makes sense.
You need to make sure that you have enough resources so that you can fight them. You have no reason to fight them here. You cannot stop them from crashing this in.
Mm-hmm.
Look here. The wave is way too big. Your minions are dying too fast. It's lost. We cannot stop this from crashing, which is fine, because they can't dive us. Both of you and Nico have sums. You're full HP.
Mm-hmm.
So just let the wave come. If they recall, they recall. You can't stop it. If you wanted to prevent them from cheatering, then you had to trim the wave here. Look, right now, you had to trim the wave so it's smaller. Here you had to trim the wave. And then here you had to trim the wave. And here you have to fight them.
Yeah, but it's not safe, right?
Yeah, it's really risky. If you fight them now, it's complete flip. And then Grace can just Astrofist you perma after. So what you should do now is just only last hit, let it crash, and if they cheater, they cheater. Who cares? If you build a big wave yourself then, you will have 2 to 3 waves when they come back. And you will have full mana, because you're not going to use mana. And then you get your own crash, you recall with 500 more gold.
Because it'd be really inefficient if Graves was still bot side when I'm slow butcher, right?
Yeah, he should not be that. He started top, his Gromp should respawn at like 4 minutes. So, he cannot be bot side at fucking 5 minutes. And even if he is, you should have your E, you should have wards, you'll have free waves, you're really safe. But now trading HP and mana is really fucking bad. Try to avoid standing on top of each other versus AoE. Like stuff like this is so bad. Do you know Jack Spectra?
No.
This is a European ADC that I've coached a lot. And he used to have this issue a lot. Probably what happened this game or something. But he's ranked 22 right now, which is pretty high on EU ladder. And he has this issue a lot, where when the wave crashes like this, he tries to trade a lot.
Just soak up the XP and gold, right?
Yeah, you just take the gold and the XP. Because what you're doing now is like, it feels good right here that you hit her. Yeah, I dealt some damage. Pog. And then Soraka and Senna heals each other up and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You don't have an all-in lane. The HP you're dealing deals nothing. You guys are all-in at level 6. Right? If you're playing Blitzcrank Kalista, right? Dealing damage to enemy can be really good because you can just flash on them and kill them. You guys can't do this. Your jungler is smurfing right now, I think. Yeah, they're fucking smurfing.
Our mid jungles also, our Teemo, Lee Sin are also dual.
Yeah, your Teemo is smurfing. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, your Teemo is smurfing. And you're just here, locking yourself in here. You want to stand here versus Senna. Because then if you see the W, you can just go here, and you're not standing in creeps. Because if you stand here, then she can perma Q you. But if you stand here, it's like perfect. Now you're so easy to hit. You can't dodge here, you can't dodge here, you can't walk towards her. So it's so easy for her to W here. You want to avoid being in chokes. See here, what the fuck are we this close for? Was this a good trade?
No.
No.
I lost 3
Is
CS
this good? Is this fucking good? What are you doing? Stop! Stop! Fuck! What is this? Look! Stop hitting her! Stop it! No! No!
I think if you go, I don't know, in my mind, I'm like, she has no mana, but I think she eats a biscuit.
Yeah,
So I end up griefing.
she should
Yeah,
have
she's
biscuits.
Yeah.
And she also has a full fucking mana Soraka. And you let Soraka heal up here. Look.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You gave
Really
her a
bad,
free
man.
W. When Soraka hits you with Q, she can then use W for free basically.
Yeah.
Look now. See that?
Yeah.
That was a free W. So not only did Soraka heal here, she also heals the Senna. The fuck is the point? The only good thing here was the auto W at the start. But we should have avoided that too, because we shouldn't take this W. Right? But you salvaged it well. This is a mistake. We should not be taking this. We should be sitting here and taking these creeps right now. We need to get gold. We don't need to deal damage to them. Anyways. This, if this W hit, this would be good. Okay? It was a good way to respond to our own mistake. Right? Best thing would be to avoid this altogether. But if you hit that W, that would be good. Now, why are we walking up? We have no W. My Nico's running away. So now you're entering 1v2.
Yeah.
You get hit by 71 damage from Soraka, healing her up and healing Senna up. Horrible trade. Absolute shit. There's Soraka griefed again. She's done this mistake perma in this lane. Walking up 1v2. This time you autoed her, which was good. Now Grave should be pathing to top. Pure cancer. You never learn, do you? There we go. Pretty sure they have heal barrier though, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting hard mind fucked here. You're getting so, like, mind controlled. Because they look killable, they're not. That's the whole bait. Thank God. Thank God Lee Sin is here. You still lose a lot though from this. But it's fine.
Also, this is like really bad because like Senna's getting a lot of souls off me too.
Yeah. They benefit from this. That's the whole thing. They have area as well. Like, your support doesn't have a rune yet. They had, like, you should see they have heal barrier and you should be like, okay, level 6. They don't have cleanse. What the fuck? Imagine not having cleanse versus Nico Ashe. But, like, you just completely flipped it. And even with the flip, it still was really bad for you. It was good for the Lee Sin. It's really bad for you, though. Like, you have now 24 CS at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Lee Sin taxed you 2 waves, and you lost a lot of farm because you're perma-trading. Right? A lot of items, like, a lot of matchups can, like, swing because of items. Like, some AD carries will benefit from BF a lot more than others. For example, Draven will benefit a lot of BF. Meanwhile, Ezreal obviously won't. So, like, the Ezreal, for example, would go, like, pickaxe and mana or something. right?
Yeah.
So like at that kind of base, Draven is a lot stronger. You in this lane, you get this, you hurt them both so hard. Ashe is probably the best executioner user in the game. Because she spreads it so nice. Both with hurricanes and W. That sounded really bad, but yeah. Like here, right? If that hit both, it's really good. But we have 26 CS
Yeah.
at 6 minutes. That's not good.
Well, it's not.
Of course, this CS is coming into us, but like, let's say we kill all of this, right? We're still gonna have 40 at like 7, which is also not good. And it all goes back to like that bounce here where you're contesting, blowing all your mana while doing inefficient trades, right? If you see Soraka miss her Q, it's good to trade. If you see Soraka walk up 1v2, it's good to trade. If you see Senna is wasting her spells and stuff, it can be good to trade. But you always need to understand that if you guys go even in a trade, it is bad for you. Because they have sustain. I think this was really good. That was a good trade. Now you should prevent them from warding. Okay. So, what I mean by that is, first of all, I think this is really bad. Because you should be in lane. You're not to poke. Poke and stop them from crashing. Like, this is quite useless. Because you have 2 E's. And warding like this just doesn't do anything. If you want to ward, I would ward here.
Okay.
Because, like, if somebody's in here, why does that matter? Right? If you see them walk to the bush, you can do that with this. If they come here, right, you can see that with this.
Okay.
If someone is hiding in this bush, does not affect Teemo whatsoever. So, we need to understand, why can I go for Drake now? Because there's no wave. There's nothing to even stop in bot lane right now, right?
Yeah. I like the timer, right?
Yeah. You have a timer. But I would walk here, drop ward, then go here, auto this, go lane.
Yeah, more efficient.
Yeah, because now you have to go back up and then back down. So that's a waste of time. And then you go deeper to do a ward that does the exact same that you could place right now.
Okay. That's what Lost was telling me too. He's like, just save like those extra couple seconds. It's really good.
Yeah, because you can be in lane right now. Right now you should be in lane, Wing Soraka and trimming the wave.
Okay.
Then you need to understand, okay, my jungler is bot side still. We can look for a fight here. I don't want them to go now and clear my pink, do I? Because as soon as they get vision here and the wave is here, can Lee Sin enter? No, not really. So now we just need to make sure that this wave is here, pushing towards us, and we are able to stand here. The only way this pink should ever disappear is if Graves is there and our jungler is away.
Okay.
But what I'm afraid of now is that if Graves doesn't come, since you are so late to lane, this wave is so big you can't trim it in time, that they can just walk up and clear the pink themselves. I don't think they needed Graves here. See, I feel like Soraka could now just walk up and clear it. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think that if Graves is not here now, do you think you guys would walk up here and stop them?
Nope.
Nope, I don't think so either. So then the pink is just gone, even if Graves is not here, no?
It's gone for sure.
But if you're here 10 seconds earlier, you get to trim this wave more. You get to W them more. They might be like this HP instead. Then I think it's much better.
I agree.
Because this loses crab control now. Ouch. There goes our HP. Hopefully Lee Sin gets it before Graves comes. Looks like Lee Sin has it. Don't know why Graves is scared. Scared of little Teemo roaming or something.
Talus died. Teemo's Teemo.
We should be pinging our EXP bar right now. Yeah, just keep Wing her. Try to avoid giving souls unnecessarily.
I guess I didn't expect Graves. Like, we saw my Krogs, but I didn't think this would be an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Don't ping like that.
Yeah.
It's really bad. See, see what Lisin's doing now?
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's tilted now. I would tilt too. Because it's like you're pinging like jungle diff or something. Like, what are you tilted of? The score is 2-5. Your teammates are winning. The reason why you're doing bad is because yourself, as you've seen in this review, right?
Yeah.
You are the whole reason why you're doing bad this lane. And then you fucking ping the Graves who's done nothing this game.
Yeah, no,
And
I agree.
Your teammates aren't wrong. They're saying you saw him. You don't see him directly, but you know he's bot side. He has to be bot side. Your teammates are now invading him. Red is now randomly gone. Okay, and we saw Graves bot side 30 seconds ago. So he's bot. He should be on Krugs or bot gank or recall and go top. So, like, here Nico's dead. Alright. Happens. Nico's gonna come here in time. You can't get dove. See? Nico is gonna be here in time. So why are you tilted?
I don't know. I was just tilted for no reason.
Yeah, there is no reason. Look. Nico's running back. So you're not gonna lose that much.
No, I die here.
Yeah, well, that's because you're stupid. You know?
Yeah.
Because here, you should lose 3 creeps. And that's it. Like, this cannon should be gone. Like, you're gonna lose that, and then you're gonna lose, like, 2 other creeps. And then Nico's here. Look. It's always tilting as an AD carry. If, let's say, your support dies... Let's say your support dies, like... right... around now. Right? Let's say Nico dies here. Then it's really tilting. Because then we'll lose everything. But Nico is already coming. Look at Nico. You see what I mean?
I guess, yeah. I should just flash that W.
No, you shouldn't be in range. This is gone. Look. Graves is walking up. Watch. Tell yourself now, okay? They have a window on me now. Okay? They have a 30-second window here. Because in 20 seconds, right? Nico is gonna be close. But I need Nico to be like very close. Then I can walk up. So I'm gonna run away. I cannot get this cannon. As soon as you see Graves here, I have to give up this cannon. Okay? You need to understand that, yeah, I will lose this and this. If I stand here and I try to 1v3, will I lose it? Yes.
You'll lose everything, yeah.
You will lose this and the wave, and you will give them more gold. Graves now is giving up Herald and his top camps. I told you that he should have done Krugs and recalled and went for topside. His entire topside is up right now. So he is losing. He's losing gold right now, doing this.
Yeah.
Senna probably has a recall timer here. She's giving that up as well to do this. Right? Teemo is crashing midwave. Look at little Teemo. He's running. He's coming to you. Everyone wants to help you here. Nico is here in 20 seconds. If you now run away, and then you run up again together with Nico, you're now 2v3. You can also ping Teemo because he has a move. Then you are 3v3 with a Teemo. And then you get the wave. Make sense? Hello? I can't hear you if you're talking.
No. I just said, yeah, you're right.
Because now, how awkward is it to be Nico? How now Nico is here and ADC is dead. See, now Teemo is here. How shit is the fucking game now?
Really
Because
bad.
you wanted to contest one cannon creep. All of these minions here is worth more than that cannon. You could be here now, you could get EXP. Then the next wave you would get level 6. Now Graves is recalling. What did I say about his top side? It's all up. Look, listen. Yoinking the blue. Yoinking the grump. Yoinking the wolves. Graves is gonna come back to top side. Entire top side gone. Is Graves happy to deny Ashe one cannon minion to lose his entire top side? No. I'd be very fucking tilted if I'm Graves. But it worked, because he killed you. Because you couldn't realize here that, okay, my support in 30 seconds will be here. Alright, Graves is deciding to stay. Now, is he helping them just to push here? Let's find out, because if you're 1v2, you should be allowed to take the wave. Okay, run, 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 run! No, we're not running. See again, okay, Graves is running. Now he's staying, Okay, leave. You auto this, I don't know why. You should never get slow there. You should not be here. You should run over here. Once Teemo is like in this new bush and once Nico is here, then you can walk up to like bait them, you know? And then you legit win the game here. I don't see how you can be tilted from this. Your teammate should be tilted. What's Nico meant to do now when you're now dead for 30 seconds? So now you have another shit base. See how shit is the game now? Look, you're in base. Your Teemo, who probably also had a recall timer, decided to move down to bot lane instead to try to help you, and you just killed yourself. Why is there duo flaming little Teemo?
It wasn't flaming, he just said we couldn't kill, or something along those lines.
Poor Teemo, man. This is good recall. But yeah, like, you're probably familiar with, like, that it can be quite hard to come back as an ADC, right?
Yeah.
Because most ADCs, well, Ashe has a little bit of agency, but most AD carry champions, they don't really have much ways to start fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you are behind, you don't really do much damage, so it's hard to come back. But if you play well in this game, it should be impossible to fall behind. Like I said, versus things like fucking Elise Pantheon, right? Pantheon support Elise jungle. It's understandable to get fucked. Because they can dive you every fucking minute and yeah, it's hard to avoid. But like I said, this game, they have no way of diving you, right? Grace is literally running at you and you could just run away. So like, there should be no way to die.
I don't know where Ryze came. I didn't expect Ryze to be there.
I mean, the game is fucked now for you. So, like, it's really not much you can do now but run around and try to just live. And pray that your teammate can carry, but you made it the game fucked for your team to carry. Because the bot turret is gone randomly. Like, the bot turret is gone randomly now. Your fed champions are both AP, so it's easy to itemize as well. Like, it's really, really bad because you should never be this behind. When SC scores like this from ADCs, like good ADCs, they should get like hard fucked for this to happen. Like, I would expect Silas Ryze to TP on you like 3 times, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would expect Graves to like split the map and stuff, and
But
then
this is just my doing.
yeah, it's completely win trade to go behind in a game like this. You should not push this. This is really bad. Like here, right now, you're useless. Right? 1 plate is already taken in top. So right now, somebody is running to top lane. You gotta ask yourself, can I kill this minions and the next wave that's gonna come here now? And then take a plate before enemy comes. This would take me like 40 seconds. It's not possible. You cannot get a plate here. So, what should we do? Well, if I let these creeps die, I can also let the next wave die, and I've denied them one kill worth of gold. Why don't we do that instead? Why are you pushing? You're useless. At least you can make the enemy lose gold. Right? That would be something useful.
Yeah.
Look right now. Your team is doing Drake. So it's not like you're gonna push now and go Herald. If I'm you right now, I would want to freeze this to deny enemy gold and EXP and be useful in that sense, and set up vision to prevent myself from being dove. So right now, for example, I could go and I could ward here, and then I could ward in the tribush here. That way I have safe vision for when I'm standing here. Then I will let all of this die and the next wave, and then I might break my freeze if I'm afraid of getting dove. Or if I know that I can keep freezing because I cannot get dove, then I will keep freezing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because you have nothing to move for right now. You have no way of getting the plate. So this is like free freeze angle. And you can just continue to make them lose CS here. Because now you just hand them a wave. See, this wave here, they should all be losing right now. As you can see, you cannot take the plate. Now you might even get ganked here, because this takes you so long. Yep. How good am I at the game? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just try to remember. I don't know. I don't know why I was tilted. I don't know why I was doing anything in this game.
Because, see? They're all spawning here. It's perfect time to just set up vision. Set up vision and freeze the shit out of this lane. It's so free. It's pushing into you. They have more creeps. It's hard pushing in. Set up the vision that you need to be safe to stand here and freeze. And if you feel like you're vulnerable, break your freeze and leave. If your teammates are coming topside and you're looking to start invading, break your freeze and follow them. If you need to reset for item, break your freeze and recall. Right now, nothing is happening around your lane. If you're ever gonna die as an AD carry, you want them to have to overcommit. It should be hard to kill you. It should not be you going into the bush and them spending 5 seconds to kill you. They should have to fucking dive you here with 2 free floor people while your teammates are getting this.
Yeah, I know. Lost told me like Ruler and Def does that a lot. Like, they'll just. Well, he says that they have a lot of great KDAs, right? And that's probably because they play like they animals. Like they'll go either with like a flip play or make enemy team use like a shit ton of resources, while their other 3 champions are getting a lot more.
Yeah, and that's not deaths like this.
Yeah,
Because here you pushed and then went vision. I told you let it push to you and go for vision while they're all dead. They would never get this wave. You would get all the CS here. Then you can sit and fucking arrow everywhere with your E. If you see them coming, you can break your freeze to prevent them from taking your turret, and then you can go take Krugs. All of a sudden now you've denied them like 400 plus gold. And you've created an objective. The objective for the enemy team now becomes to break your freeze. So you've made them forced to deal with you while you're fucking 1 and 3. That's good.
Yes.
But now they just fucking kill you and you did nothing. Senna's like, thank you for the farm, bro. Yeah. And now Neeko again wants to fucking kill herself because she's now, okay, I'm gonna go to my ADC. Oh, my ADC is dead. Well, what do I do now as support? I hope I get something mid here. Come, Teemo. Lee Sin's fucking faker. Wee. Teemo.
I don't watch the rest of this game. Oh, your eyes will bleed a little more. I was just so I don't know why I was so mentally out this game.
I mean, I know why, because you're playing ADC and you're getting fucked in the ass. But
yeah, but like it's no,
it,
but like
it should be fun to get fucked in the ass as ADC. No. Because it should be like, haha, look at these guys overcommitting for me while my team is winning. But they're not. They're just getting kills for free. So.
Why do I have the emote?
What emote?
When I get the ace, is that my emote? I don't know why. I don't know why I have that one. Nah, I gotta remove all the emotes.
Here's a time where you could freeze this, but it's good to reset. Like you see your HP, you're really low, and if you base now, you have good gold. So this is fine. Now, what you could do here, for example, is you could ask yourself, like here you should be looking at top wave already.
Yeah.
Okay? Then you should ask yourself, can I recall now and still go top lane and not lose creeps? Right? So for example, let's say now if you recall and you go top, if you get here before all these minions get to turret, that could be good. Okay? Let's say you now have enough gold for Essence Reaver. Then I would recall right now and run top if that means I don't lose creeps top. Because this way I can save like 30 seconds of tempo and deny them, again, more CS.
Alright.
But right now you don't have enough for Essence Reaver, so you go top and you push. That's fine. But it's just important to understand why is it good to push now. Right? Because by doing this, you do hand them, again, 2 waves top here. If they wanted to catch it. Since NA, they didn't want to catch it, so. I would also sell refillable for crit here. You should not need potions at this point of the game. No point to arrow here. This fight should be over. But I guess Vent is that fucking good at Rumble. Okay, okay. Nice cleanse, noob. Ah! That flash, what the fuck?
No, just
Where's your mechanics?
This is not a good game, man. This is...
Ah, shit.
It's one of those unlucky things, I guess. I don't know. I didn't get it. Oh, no, Teemo gets him. Look, the Teemo's team.
I tell you, Teemo is fucking OP, man. But like in that duel, for example, if you had cleanse, how good would that be? I mean, not cleanse, crit. The crit cloak.
Yeah.
But you have refillable. I don't know why we have refillable at this point of the game.
I guess I always thought, like, I don't know. I have no idea. I missed a lot of arrows this game. I played, like, very bad this game. But it's good to see, you know, what I did really bad, what I can work on.
Yeah, and it's not like difficult things, because it's all about habits. Like, you know, when you died in that bot when you got dove, right? I know your thought process. I want this wave. But you need to see the bigger picture, and you need to, especially, you need to understand that, yeah, I want this wave, but if I do what you did, I will lose the entire wave and give them kill. So it's not like you got something, you know?
Yeah. It's like one of those things where I'm going to lose something no matter what. You just might as well call it your losses.
Yeah, exactly. You would lose less if you ran away. You would catch it, and then Teemo would be there to make a play. And trust me when I say this, Graves would for sure try to dive you, even when Nico and Teemo was coming. And that would be fucking banger. You guys would win that.
Yeah.
Because this Graves, he understands that when he cancelled his base here to try to kill you, he understands Herald and this will be gone. So he is not okay with you only losing a cannon. He wants you dead. And if he doesn't stay to dive you, well, fair enough. He lost his top side while denying you 80 gold. But you tunneled so hard on the cannon wave, so...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You shouldn't be allowed to go for next wave here. If I was Graves, I would kill you there. I hope you die here. Do you die? No, thank God. But you should have. Because here again, like if you look at the map, for you guys to make plays, you need to either have Arrow or you need Teemo and Lee Sin to be on the map. Is Teemo on the map now?
No, he's off the map.
Okay. Is Lee Sin on the map?
No, he's not.
Do you have Arrow?
No.
No, so why do we push? Because here you should die.
Yeah, here I was thinking of just a flip play.
What play?
Like me going for the next wave is either Graves is there or he isn't. If he isn't, I get a free wave. If not, I die for sure.
Yeah, but if you freeze, you get wave 2.
Yeah.
And they lose. Right? I'm not a fan of freezing for fucking 5 minutes.
I know. I saw that TF video, the whole video.
Yeah.
You make fun of LS. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, me and Ellis are good friends, but I like to make fun of him sometimes.
Yeah.
But I am a fan of freezing for 2 to 3 waves. I don't mind doing that. Because I like to think about it like here, like now you guys don't have a timer to make a play. It's just, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
If Graves is here now and you spot him, you cannot kill him. You don't have ult. It's just not possible. Sylas is dead. So it's not like you guys can do something mid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like here, if I only lost it now, this wave is going to continue to push to me. So what I would do is I would kill this when the next wave comes here, because then I can farm 2 waves here. The 2 waves that you did farm while standing safe and while waiting the downtime that we have. My ulti cooldown, my Lee Sin, and my Teemo. Then I'll go mid when I have ulti, when my Teemo and stuff is on the map.
Yeah.
This blue trinket is good, because while we're standing here freezing, the dangerous part could be here, right? The danger could come from here. So blue trinketing here was good. But I would only last at this, and then the next wave comes, then I would break the freeze and go with my team.
I face checked that bush.
Okay, well I just remember you blue trinketed at some point.
I think I blue trinket the tri bush.
Well, that's bad, because this is only danger because you're walking up here.
Yeah.
See? Why couldn't Grace be here? You should be dead here. Fucking W auto EQ to your face, you're dead.
In my head, at this point, I knew. I don't know. I might just put myself, but yeah, I don't know why. It's so bad, man.
I mean, what's good here? There's one good thing here is that you realize that going for the wave here is dangerous. That's why you blue trinketed here. But
right.
What if we could prevent this danger?
Yeah.
Right? Because what a lot of people don't understand as well, because you could say, but if I'm freezing here, they could make something here now and they would be fucked. Yeah, but if you're over here farming the wave now and they make a play here, can you help them?
No.
No. But while the wave is being frozen here and you're waiting for the second wave to come, you can jiggle between here and be faster to a move, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can't move at all. While being in danger is so fucking bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Rengar will kill you now. Talon will kill you now. Evelynn, Nocturne, Shaco. Fucking chase Shaco with Cinderhulk, Sorcerer Shoes, Knight's Vow.
I hate Shaco so much.
He will fucking kill you now. What else will kill you? Graves.
Everything there.
Fucking Nunu.
Warwick.
Yeah, Warwick will kill you. Everything.
Guy just doesn't die.
Because this move you could do if you froze. It would be easier because you would have less distance to travel. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. See, this play happens. Why? Because your teammates are now on the map. We now have ulti.
I was so confused how this guy even got there. This is Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. Crazy. Teemo. I love Teemo.
Look at him.
Yeah.
I hate playing at Zeskin. Oh, I don't watch the rest of this game.
I mean, we don't have to. I think the important parts has been covered.
Yeah.
You know?
So, okay, so I usually write notes on my notepads. So what's the biggest 3 things that I need to just work on?
Identifying what state the game is in to understand what you need to do, right? Like, for example, when your Nico died, you sit there spam pinging Graves. Why? You should be thinking, okay, how does this affect me? Then you would realize, because she died here, while the wave was here, and the next wave was here, it doesn't actually do that much. Because for them to dive you, they needed to kill this wave, and the wave that was here. Which means that by the time you're diveable, Nico would be here, so you could just sit here, wait, Nico joins you, and then you could go.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't realize this. So you thought that by leaving, you're giving up all the CS. No, you also didn't realize Teemo had moved. When you could have frozen here, you didn't realize that Lee Sin was off the map and Teemo was off the map, so you thought you needed to push and group. But then, you didn't even push this wave and group. You pushed another wave here.
Yeah.
So you need to remind yourself what is needed from you and what's happening on the map. Okay? And then, how the 2v2 should be played and the 1v1 in your lane. I like to think about bot lane as 2v2 and 1v1. Because if one guy stands here in lane and one guy stands here, and the support stands here and here in their bushes, it's usually 1v1s. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because the support being here can't really do anything to you standing here. So we need to understand what is it we're looking for, right? If you're 1v1ing Soraka, that would usually be bad if it's level 1 and she trades Qs with you, right? If you do W on her, she does Q on you, she wins. Okay?
Yeah.
But if you follow up with auto attacks, you win. Alright. Now if Soraka walks up 1v2, is she scary? No. You didn't think about this because you were running away from her. Right? Now if Blitzcrank does it 1v2, that can be a little bit scary, right?
Yeah.
So you need to think about this. What cooldowns is it in 2v2 that I'm scared of? What kind of positioning, right? What do I need to respect? Because you got hard baited by body language. Make sense?
You think even if there's a possibility where Graves can gank us bottom, do I still like just like slap Soraka or what?
I mean, the only way he could in that game was to do legit red buff into bot gank. And if we're afraid of that, then we should be afraid of enemy jungle no matter what then. Make sense? Hello?
Hey, hello.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like, yeah, Graves could potentially be there. Worst case, we lose Flash. Flash isn't even needed in our matchup, right? The more you play, the more you will realize that Flash in certain games is more useful than others. Like, for example, if I'm playing versus Blitzcrank, Flash is really OP, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm playing versus Soraka Senna, I don't need Flash. So if Graves wants... Because when Soraka first griefed, it was like 2 minutes. So if Graves started topside that game, if Graves started topside, he can't gank you. It's not possible to gank you that early in. So only way would be to do red buff and then Krugs and then run straight bot. If he does that to get your Flash in a matchup where it doesn't matter, then okay, he can go and do that, you know?
He can sin.
Yeah, he can go fucking sin. Right? So just Flash and send him back to church. Like, who cares? So, yeah. But, yeah, I will stop the recording.